Hip hop was in a state of emergency because of the simple fact that it was never being taken seriously. And now that it finally got taken seriously, they found a way to make it seem silly.
Bushwick Bill, originally named Richard William Stephen Shaw, was born on December 8, 1966, in Kingston, Jamaica. Kingston as a city was very popular and still is. Not only is it the capital city of Jamaica, but also housed legendary musicians, the likes of Bob Marley and Damian Marley. What's interesting is Bob Marley was Bill's immediate neighbor, and Bushwick's dad used to play football with him in the backyard.
Bob Marley lived next door to my mom and dad's house.
Wow.
The other side of us was Toots and the Maytals. Trenchtown was the name of the city. So
Aside from that, Bill's birth was particularly challenging as he was a breech baby, a rarity where the fetus is positioned bottom first during birth. This circumstance nearly cost both him and his mother their lives. Growing up as the youngest of 9 siblings, Bill's family relocated to the Bushwick area in Brooklyn, New York, from Jamaica in 1973, seeking refuge from the violence and political unrest in their homeland. His father sailed the seas in the Merchant Marine, and his mother worked as a housekeeper after their relocation. In their new environment, Bill would face a lot of challenges. A lot would come from him being little at 3 feet 8. Despite his small stature, Bill was strong and quick to fight back against those who tried to bully him in the tough streets of New York. School posed a lot of difficulties, too. He would constantly receive criticisms from other kids and some of his teachers for being different. He once said he always remembered other kids looking at him some type of way, and he never felt home. He felt like an outcast. This caused Bill to struggle a lot to maintain focus, and he would eventually drop out. After leaving school, he found his way into the world of dance, earning the nickname Little Billy and gaining recognition as a breakdancing genius. Beyond dance, Bill dabbled in graffiti art and DJing. Around the time he was 12, a pivotal moment came when he watched the 1970 movie The Cross and the Switchblade, inspiring a deep interest in Christianity and the Bible. This newfound passion led him to study and understand the Bible more comprehensively, to the point of joining the Redemption Ministry Fellowship Bible College that was based in Minnesota. After graduating top of the class from there, he initially planned a mission trip to India to contribute to community development. However, a visit to his sister and brother-in-law in Houston, Texas, would change the course of his life. Bill was enchanted by the city's vibrant culture, especially the cars and bass music, and so he decided to stay in Houston longer than he had planned. One day, as he was taking a walk, he discovered a club called the Rhinestone Wrangler that was owned by none other than J. Prince, the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records. DJ Lonnie Mack, who was the DJ at the club, played an important role in Bill's story.
I'm like, yo, so where do y'all go around here, yo? I'm still in New York.
Yo, yeah,
put
son.
my backpack on with my jeans jacket. Didn't know how hot Texas really could get. Decided to walk, because we walk everywhere in New York.
Okay.
Then I bumped into a shopping center. And it said High Times. Then there was a club in the corner called Flames or Flashes, something like that.
Okay.
So I'm like, I walked over there. I was like, y'all play hip-hop? They was like, at nighttime, come through, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, but hip-hop though, right? And they was like, yeah. I'm like, cool. So I came back, and DJ Lonnie Mack, rest in peace, he was playing there. And he's the one who introduced me to DJ Ready Red. So when I walked in there, I heard the music. I started doing the Pee Wee Herman, the WAP, the Smurf, the break dancing, the locking, the popping, you know, doing the head spins, the windmills. And
Yeah.
Now I'm
All of that.
you know what I mean? And they just looking at me like, who's that kid?
Yeah.
He was so impressed with Bill's dance moves and energy that he gave him a job as a busboy. Bill's lively dancing, especially to songs by artists like Public Enemy, made him a favorite with the crowd. Later on, Lonnie Mack introduced Bill to DJ Ready Red, who was from the East Coast. The connection with Ready Red proved to be a major and positive turning point in Bill's journey. Their friendship deepened, eventually leading to DJ Ready Red moving in with Bill and his sister. It was through Red that Bill got introduced to Jay Prince, the owner of Rap-A-Lot Records. Bill continued to show up night after night, impressing the crowds, that eventually Jay Prince would ask him to be part of the Geto Boys, but as a hype man. Bill agreed, but on his terms.
Jay had Red bring me over to the car lot, and he's like, man, what you think about being the hype man for the group, you know, just you know, and I'm like, all right, what's my salary?
That's what you
First question I asked, like, what's my salary?
Interestingly, in the early days, Bill didn't rap on the albums they were working on. Instead, he would appear on their videos and hype it up. His breakthrough moment came when J. Prince and the Geto Boys were working on a song for one of their mixtapes. J. Prince, recognizing the value of diverse voices, invited Bill to contribute to the track. Bill's involvement turned out to be impressive, sparking a shift towards rapping in his career. This marked the beginning of Bill's rap journey, as J. Prince allowed him to start rapping on other songs as well, leading to the adoption of the stage name Bushwick Bill. Although he initially was skeptical about fully committing to rapping, this decision would later prove life-changing for him. In 1988, Bushwick Bill made his first appearance with the Geto Boys' debut album, Making Trouble. However, this album received very little attention, and the few reviews it got were pretty negative. This threatened the downfall of the Rap A-Lot label. Under the management of Prince, they dropped all the artists except Bushwick and DJ Ready Red. Later that year, Prince made a pivotal decision as he signed Scarface and Willie D into the group. The three would then become the iconic hip-hop trio Geto Boys. They went on to release a standout album in 1989 called Grip It, On That Other Level, which earned much better reception, peaking at number 19 on U.S. top R&B hip-hop albums, and is now considered a classic in the horrorcore genre. They went on to release another hit album, The Geto Boys, which went on to generate them a buzz. They were now riding on highs and felt like they were on the brink of a major breakthrough. But that would come at a cost. On the night of June 19, 1991, Bushwick Bill went out drinking, feeling exceptionally low as he reflected on his troubled past. Upon returning home intoxicated with Everclear and weed, a heated argument with his girlfriend, referred to as Tamika in his song Ever So Clear, escalated. Bill, in distress, picked up a gun, not aiming at her but urging her to shoot him. When she refused, he took a drastic step, threatening to toss her child out of a window. In the struggle, as Bill tried to force her to shoot him and she protected her child, the gun accidentally discharged, and Bill shot himself in the right eye. Despite severe bleeding, he remained conscious until taken to the hospital, where he underwent surgery 3 hours later. When he woke, J. Prince, who had caught wind of the incident, ordered Scarface and Willie D to capture the legendary album cover photo in response to his convincing persuasion. This was Bill's second narration of what happened that night, and he even spoke about it in his song Ever So Clear. Another narration he gave was, after being shot, he lost a lot of blood, and by the time he got to the hospital, he kicked the bucket. Doctors tried to revive him, but with no success, and around 8 p.m. he was pronounced dead and tagged. His body was prepared and sent to the morgue for an autopsy. 5 hours later, he woke. In his own words, he hopped up, pulled out a catheter, urinated in a cup, and sent the patrolling officer and hospital tech running. That's when Scarface and Willie met up with him, and Bushwick later said he had seen Jesus when he passed, but Jesus assured him he'd make it. He also became the only living person known to have both a birth certificate and a death certificate. Their album We Can't Be Stopped went to be a major success and is still their best-selling album to date. It peaked at number 24 on the Billboard 200 and was certified platinum by the RIAA in 1992. Their single, My Mind Playing Tricks on Me, went on to top the charts. It was around this time that the group's lyrical content began to generate controversy. Bill took the opportunity and released his solo album Little Big Man, which had his hit single Ever So Clear. At last they had done it. What had started as a local rap group was now on the radar as one of the pioneers of gangsta rap, voicing what happens in the ghetto to the rest of the world. But no, that wasn't the whole story. See, Bill and Willie never quite got along. While on the mic they were a match made in heaven, off stage, things were very different.
For me personally, was to spend as little time around Bushwick Bill as possible.
Their relationship was filled with more downs than ups. Willie always saw Bill as reckless and stubborn, while Bill saw him adamant and stubborn too. There was even this one time Bill held Willie at gunpoint. So after all that, the bad blood grew even thicker after their success with We Can't Be Stopped. Willie once said that Money magnifies who you are. And for that, he couldn't stand being close to Bill anymore. So he quit the group altogether. After Willie D left the group, Scarface and Bill continued with the Geto Boys with the addition of Big Mike, who made his debut appearance with the group on 1993's album Till Death Do Us Part. It went on to be certified gold by early 1994. The album spawned one top 40 hit in 6 Feet Deep, which peaked at number 40 on the Billboard Hot 100. Surprisingly, after that success, Big Mike was dropped to make way for Willie D's return. Shortly after, The Resurrection and the 1998 follow-up To Good to Bad and To Ugly were released in quick succession. Meanwhile, Bill's versatility became evident as he expanded his collaborations, featuring on Dr. Dre's iconic album The Chronic and making a memorable appearance in the video for Dre Day. After 3 years on hiatus, the group reunited in 2002 to record its 7th album, The Foundation, which was released on January 25, 2005. The Geto Boys were featured on Scarface's My Homies Part 2 album. After Bushwick released his 5th solo album titled Gutter Mix Plus, it marked the end of his explicit lyrics era. This period saw a significant shift in Bill's life as he embraced Christianity in 2006, striving for a more righteous path. However, challenges persisted, and in 2007, he faced arrest by bounty hunters during the filming of MTV's The Real World. Subsequently, in 2008, he received a 3-day jail sentence for assaulting a woman with a protective order against him. Bill's 6th and final solo album, My Testimony of Redemption, arrived on November 17, 2009, reflecting his Christian faith with songs like Going to the River, God Heals the Pain, and No More Child's Play. Amidst legal troubles, including a 2010 arrest in Georgia, Bushwick's life took a poignant turn in May 2019 when he revealed a stage 4 pancreatic cancer diagnosis. This prompted the Geto Boys to reunite for a tour to support him. However, Bill withdrew from the tour, expressing discomfort with the perception that it exploited his cancer. Instead, he planned his F Cancer Tour, aiming to donate 10% of proceeds to pancreatic cancer patients in each city. Unfortunately, on June 9, 2019, Bushwick Bill succumbed to stage 4 pancreatic cancer, leaving behind a legacy documented in a book titled Why Bushwick Bill Matters, and continued by his son, Young N.W.A, in the music industry. Bushwick Bill's life teaches us an important lesson about being strong and finding our own way, even when things are tough. He went through hard times but used his love for hip-hop and his faith to keep going. His story shows us that we can overcome difficulties and create our own path. Just like Bushwick Bill, we should remember that challenges don't decide who we are, it's how we handle them that matters. So, it's okay to be yourself, follow your interests, and learn from tough times because, like Bushwick Bill, we can grow and succeed no matter what. Rest in peace, Bushwick Bill.